The Avatar is dead.
My name is Ang. And I'm the Avatar.
How is he doing that?
I don't want to hurt anyone.
All airbenders should be dead. Kill him! Airbender!
The Last Avatar is a great show.
Yeah. I meant to say The Last Airbender, but The Last Avatar, same thing. Literally the same show. Means the same thing.
It's a show I didn't personally grow up with, but I watched recently with my girlfriend the entire season of it, and I thought it was absolutely great. The movie, on the other hand, is garbage. I mean, it's pretty widely known to be trash. I mean, it's not like it's gonna be some like groundbreaking thing to say, oh, this movie isn't good. It's not good. Don't watch it. It's not worth your time. But it's really interesting to see how much it was tone deaf, how much like how they were trying to build a trilogy off of this without really fundamentally understanding what made the Avatar good, and how cramming a season of a show into a movie is a terrible idea, an awful idea, and it just does not work at all. I think at every level of this movie does it not work. It is awful. Absolutely awful. Just in every way. This movie fails miserably. The best way I can put it is like, they didn't even get the bending right at all. They're just doing stupid things. They're just like they don't even make any sense. Like the actual bending of it doesn't make it. It's like they have a cast time. Like they do a pose, and then it follows through after they do it. Like it doesn't. They didn't even get that right, and that's the whole point of the show. Like the show is about bending. It really is the fundamental like world building element of it. That's what the conflict is. That's how it works. So to get that wrong, just everything else is wrong. Every other character has zero personality sucked out of them. Sokka, whose name is now Sokka in the movie, is not funny anymore. He's just a serious dude who's like, I want to protect you, sister. Oh, you're the white-haired person? I love you. Oh no, you're dead now. Like, he has zero personality. All of the personality from Sokka is gone in Sokka. And that's another thing with this movie, is that they mispronounce every single name wrong. Every single name is mispronounced. I think, like, Aang is now Ong. Katara, I don't think her name is ever mentioned, actually, throughout the movie. Maybe she is. Maybe she got I think they might have gotten her name right. But overall, all the names are general wrong. General Iroh, General Ero. Now it's a painful experience to be like, all you like. It is funny because like all the characters are at least, it's like, well, I mean, the biggest thing I enjoy when I watch movies is watching characters interact with each other on the screen, you know, in some way, shape, or form. Watching character interactions is the most entertaining part of stories to me in general. I mean, you can't really have a story without characters, and this movie has zero character to any of their characters. I guess that's the best way to put it. Like, their characters are not, they suck the life out of the Avatar cast. It is not there at all. Zuko's motivation seems stupid. His father actually seems to like him in this movie instead of outcasting him. The whole dynamic of it is completely lost because of it. Aang is just a hero, I guess. He doesn't really have any personality. He doesn't have any subtlety to what he does. He's not a kid in it. He's like, oh, I'm the hero. I'm badass. I'm going to now throw some air at you or whatever. Like, there is no sense of flaw in him, it feels like, for most of the movie. It's really lame. Katara is useless. She doesn't really do anything throughout the movie. I don't think she has any personality. Sokka is useless. He doesn't do anything throughout the movie. It's just so rushed. There was so much of, like, time where you got to build the characters. Each week they would, you know, typical show format, they would have a problem they'd have each week for the show, but each time you really got the chance to grow and sit with the characters. When you condense a season, which could be, you know, 6-7 hours of content, I don't actually know how long it is, but essentially 6-7 hours of content into 2 hours, you're gonna cut a lot of stuff out, so you gotta really try and change stuff and make it to where the characters are still there. But it's really hard to do that because ultimately you're spending so much of the time trying to be like, well, we need to make this to get this. So for this scene to make sense, this scene's got to happen. But for this scene to happen, this has got to happen. So there's more so focusing on trying to just make that work that they forget to have the character. And like, honestly, I feel like the director of this movie, I don't think he's very good at what he does. I don't think he really makes anything that great. I think the best thing he's made is probably The Sixth Sense, and it was alright. I mean, it's not nothing groundbreaking. I feel like overall he's mostly misses with like a hit or two in there, but he's pretty inconsistent. And I don't think he was the right person for the job of it. He got rid of all the fun of it. It became just a boring, serious drama instead of like a comedic this whole show wasn't like funny. It had serious moments in it, but that's the thing, is that it felt more real. Humans don't have to be super serious 24/7. Like, you have a sense of humor. They have a sense of fun to it. You know what I mean? That fun was lost in the movie. It completely was gone, ruined. It's just absolutely not Gucci in the slightest. The opposite of Gucci. I don't know what the opposite of Gucci is. Let me look that up real quick. What's the opposite of Gucci? Lousy, mediocre, ordinary, passable, pedestrian, poor, rotten, run-of-the-mill, second-rate, shoddy, insufferable, upsetting, unhelpful, worthless, abhorrent, abominable. Those are adjectives I would use to describe this movie. It was bad. And you probably already know that, because this movie came out years ago. But it's bad. It's really not good. I think it really fundamentally ruins everything about Avatar that made Avatar epic. Honestly, though, it really was just a terrible time to sit through. It's really fun. It's kind of fun to make fun of it. Like, if you're gonna watch it to make fun of it, maybe you'll get something out of it. But if you're just watching it just to, like, I don't know, watch a movie that's entertaining, it's really not there. It's really boring, honestly. Like, unless you really have a personal, like, unless you've watched the show, the movie really isn't that entertaining, because it's like, well, this is just a bad movie. You know what I mean? Like, the show is like, well, they butchered it. You can see how they butchered it. There's a lot more interesting to watch it from watching the show. But I don't know. I don't feel like I would have gained any. I feel like I would have just absolutely had nothing out of it had I not watched the show beforehand. But overall, this movie is bad. Really bad. Really utter garbage bad. Really poopy bad garbage bad. Garbage bad. Bad garbage. That is my final rating for this movie, is utter poopy bad garbage bad garbage bad garbage bad garbage, or whatever I said. That is going to be it for the Pictures Up podcast for this week. I will see you at some point. Like, subscribe, or whatever. Bye.